Hello and welcome back to the English Audiobook Library. Today, I'm going to share one of the most powerful and enjoyable methods for learning English using audiobooks. If you've ever struggled with traditional language learning methods, if textbooks bore you, or if you want to improve your English while doing other activities, this video is exactly what you need. Audiobooks aren't just entertainment. They're an incredible language learning tool that can transform your English skills. I'm going to show you exactly how to use audiobooks to improve your listening comprehension, expand your vocabulary, understand natural pronunciation, and develop an intuitive sense of English, grammar, all while enjoying amazing stories. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete step-by-step method for learning English through audiobooks, from choosing the right books to maximizing your learning from every minute of listening. So let's dive in and discover how audiobooks can accelerate your English learning journey. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We provide free audiobooks and English learning content regularly. Section 1. Why audiobooks are perfect for learning English. Before we get into the how, let me explain why audiobooks are such an effective learning tool. Natural language exposure. Audiobooks expose you to authentic natural English. Unlike textbooks that use simplified artificial language, audiobooks contain real English as native speakers actually use it. You hear natural sentence structures, common expressions, and the rhythm and flow of genuine English communication. Multiple skills simultaneously. When you listen to audiobooks, you're developing several skills at once. You're improving your listening comprehension, learning pronunciation by hearing words correctly spoken, expanding your vocabulary and context, and absorbing grammar patterns naturally without memorizing rules. This multi-skill development is incredibly efficient. Vocabulary and context. The biggest advantage of audiobooks is learning vocabulary and context. Instead of memorizing isolated word lists, you encounter new words within stories, surrounded by context clues that help you understand their meaning, usage, and nuance. This contextual learning makes vocabulary stick in your memory much better than flashcards ever could. Pronunciation and intonation. Audiobooks teach you how English really sounds. You learn the correct pronunciation of words, the natural rhythm of sentences, how stress and intonation convey meaning, and how words connect in fluent speech. This is something you can't fully learn from written text alone. Convenient and flexible. You can listen to audiobooks anywhere, while commuting, exercising, cooking, cleaning, or relaxing before bed. This flexibility means you can easily fit hours of English practice into your daily routine without setting aside special study time. Engaging and motivating. Here's the secret weapon of audiobooks. They're enjoyable. When you're absorbed in an exciting story, you're learning without feeling like you're studying. This makes it easy to stay consistent. And consistency is the key to language learning success. Now that you understand why audiobooks work so well, let's learn exactly how to use them for maximum learning. Section 2. Choosing the right audiobooks. The first step is selecting appropriate audiobooks for your level and goals. Match your current level. This is crucial. Choose books that are slightly challenging but not overwhelming. A good rule is the 70-80% comprehension rule. You should understand about 70 to 80% of what you hear on first listen. If you understand less than 60%, the book is too difficult and you'll get frustrated. If you understand 95% or more, it's too easy and you won't learn much. Beginner level recommendations. If you're a beginner, start with children's books or graded readers. These use simple vocabulary, short sentences, and clear narration. Good choices include fairy tales, simple adventure stories, or books specifically designed for English learners. Our Channel has many beginner-level audiobooks perfect for starting your journey. Intermediate-level recommendations. For intermediate learners, young adult fiction works wonderfully. Books like Charlotte's Web, The Little Prince, or simple mystery novels provide engaging stories with accessible language. You can also try popular contemporary fiction with straightforward plots. Advanced level recommendations. Advanced learners can tackle classic literature, complex contemporary novels, or nonfiction books on topics that interest them. The key is choosing content you're genuinely interested in. Passion for the subject matter keeps you motivated. Even when the language is challenging, choose topics you love. This cannot be overstated. Pick audiobooks about subjects that genuinely interest you. If you love mystery, choose mystery novels. If you're interested in history, try historical fiction or biographies. When you care about the content, you'll naturally pay more attention and retain more language. Narrator quality matters. Choose audiobooks with professional narrators who speak clearly. Good narration makes comprehension much easier, especially for learners. Check reviews or listen to samples before committing to a book. Clear, expressive narration enhances both comprehension and enjoyment. Length considerations. For beginners, start with shorter audiobooks, maybe 2 to 4 hours total. This feels achievable and gives you the satisfaction of finishing books. As you progress, you can tackle longer works. Remember, completing books builds confidence and motivation. Section 3, the step-by-step method. Now let's get into the practical method. Exactly how to learn from audiobooks. Step 1, first listen, just enjoy. Your first time through an audiobook, simply enjoy the story. Don't stop to look up every unknown word. Don't stress about understanding everything. Just listen and follow the general plot. This first listen is about getting the big picture and letting your brain adjust to the narrator's voice and the story's context. Try to understand as much as you can from context. Often, you can figure out unfamiliar words from the situation and surrounding words. This trains your brain to extract meaning without translating everything. Step 2, active listening, focus and engage. On your second listen, practice active listening. This means giving the audiobook your full attention. Follow the story closely. Try to visualize what's being described. Pay attention to how sentences are structured and how words are pronounced. When you encounter an important word or phrase you don't know, pause and write it down. Don't stop for every single unknown word, that's too disruptive. But do note words that appear repeatedly or seem essential to understanding the story. Step 3, vocabulary notebook. Keep a vocabulary notebook specifically for audiobook learning. When you write down new words from your listening, include the context. Write the sentence or phrase where you heard it. Later, look up these words, write their definitions, and review them regularly. The context is crucial. Instead of just writing reluctant or unwilling, write the full example. She was reluctant to speak in public. This helps you remember not just the meaning, but how to use the word naturally. Step 4, shadowing technique. This is a powerful technique. Try to speak along with the audiobook, matching the narrator's pace, rhythm, and intonation. This is called shadowing. Start with short sections, maybe just a paragraph at a time. Shadowing improves your pronunciation dramatically, helps you internalize natural speech patterns, increases your speaking speed, and builds confidence in producing English sounds. It feels awkward at first, but becomes easier with practice. Step 5, read along option. If possible, follow along with the text while listening. This connects the sounds with the written words, which reinforces both reading and listening skills. You can listen and read simultaneously, or alternate between listening only and listening while reading sessions. This technique is especially helpful for beginners And for learning spelling patterns, you see exactly how written English corresponds to spoken English. Step 6, repeat key passages. When you encounter a particularly interesting passage, beautiful description, or useful dialogue, replay it multiple times. Listen to how the narrator delivers it. Try to imitate the pronunciation and expression. Repetition is key to internalizing language patterns. You can even memorize short, useful passages. Memorizing chunks of natural English gives you ready-made language templates you can adapt for your own communication. Step 7. Summarize and discuss. After finishing a chapter or section, pause and try to summarize what happened in your own words. Say it out loud or write it down. This checks your comprehension and practices your production skills. Even better, if you can find other English learners or native speakers, discuss the audiobook with them. Talk about the plot, the characters, your opinions. This conversation practice using the core vocabulary and concepts from the book is incredibly valuable. Step 8. Gradual speed increase. Most audiobook apps allow you to adjust playback speed. As you become more comfortable with a book or with English in general, gradually increase the speed. Start at normal speed, 1x, then try 1.1x or 1.25x once you're comfortable. Listening at slightly faster speeds trains your ear to process English more quickly. Eventually, when you return to normal speed, it will feel easier. This is excellent preparation for understanding fast native speakers in real life. Step 9. Consistent daily practice. Consistency matters more than quantity. It's better to listen to 20 minutes every single day than to listen for 3 hours once a week. Daily exposure helps your brain continuously process and internalize English patterns. Set a daily goal, maybe 30 minutes of audiobook listening. Build it into your routine, during your morning commute, during exercise, before bed. Make it a habit, not an occasional activity. Step 10. Track your progress. Keep a record of the audiobooks you've completed. Note new vocabulary learned, difficult concepts mastered, or improvements you've noticed. Seeing your progress is incredibly motivating. You might also periodically re-listen to audiobooks you completed months earlier. You'll be amazed at how much easier they've become. This tangible evidence of improvement boosts confidence and motivation. Section 4. Common mistakes to avoid. Let me share the most common mistakes learners make with audiobooks, so you can avoid them. Mistake 1. Choosing books that are too difficult. The biggest mistake is picking audiobooks far above your level. If you're constantly lost and understanding less than 50%, you'll get frustrated and quit. Start easier than you think you need to. It's better to find a book too easy and move up than to struggle with one that's too hard. Mistake 2. Stopping for every unknown word. If you pause to look up every single word you don't know, you'll disrupt the flow and lose the story. The experience becomes tedious rather than enjoyable. Instead, write down key unknown words and look them up after finishing a chapter or section. Try to understand from context first. Mistake 3. Only passive listening. Simply having audiobooks playing in the background while you do other things has limited value. Background exposure helps a little, but active listening, where you focus and engage with the content, is what creates real learning. Balance passive listening with regular active listening sessions. Mistake 4. Not repeating or reviewing. Listening to each audiobook only once means you miss opportunities for deeper learning. Important vocabulary, useful phrases, and language patterns need repetition to stick. Don't be afraid to replay sections or even entire books. Mistake 5. Forgetting to practice. Output. Audiobooks develop your listening and comprehension, but you also need to practice speaking and writing. Make sure to summarize what you've heard, discuss the books, use new vocabulary in your own sentences. and write about the stories. Input needs to be balanced with output. Mistake 6. Getting discouraged too quickly. Learning through audiobooks takes time. You won't understand everything immediately. Your comprehension will gradually improve. Don't get discouraged if the first audiobook feels difficult. Each one gets easier as your skills develop. Be patient with yourself. Section 5. Additional tips for success. Let me share some final tips to maximize your audiobook learning. Combine with other learning methods. Audiobooks are powerful, but they work best as part of a comprehensive approach. Also, practice speaking through conversation. Study grammar concepts you encounter. Read books in addition to listening, and write regularly. Audiobooks are one tool in your toolkit, not the only tool. Use apps with learning features. Some audiobook apps have features specifically for language. Learners, adjustable playback speed, bookmarking for easy replay, sleep timers for bedtime listening, and progress tracking. Explore these features to enhance your learning experience. Join online book communities. Find online communities of English learners who also use audiobooks. You can recommend books to each other, discuss what you're reading, practice English through book discussions, and stay motivated together. Community support makes learning more enjoyable and sustainable. Set specific goals. Instead of vague goals like improve my English, set specific audiobook goals. Complete one audiobook per month. Learn 50 new vocabulary words from each book. Improve listening speed to 1.25x, or finish 3 classic novels this year. Specific goals create accountability and direction. Celebrate your progress. Acknowledge your achievements. Finished your first audiobook in English? That's amazing. Understood a difficult chapter? Celebrate it. Learned 100 new words? That's worth recognizing. Celebrating small victories keeps motivation high and reminds you that you're making real progress. Be patient and persistent. Language learning through audiobooks is a marathon, not a sprint. You won't become fluent after 1 book or even 10, but with consistent practice over months and years, audiobooks will transform your English. Trust the process, stay consistent, and enjoy the journey. Congratulations! You now have a complete method for learning English through audiobooks. Let's recap the key points. Audiobooks are powerful because they provide natural language exposure, develop multiple skills simultaneously, teach vocabulary and context, and are convenient and enjoyable. Choose audiobooks at the right level for you, slightly challenging but not overwhelming. Pick topics you genuinely enjoy. Follow the step-by-step method. Enjoy your first listen. Practice active listening. Keep a vocabulary notebook. Try shadowing. Read along when possible. Repeat key passages. Summarize and discuss. Gradually increase speed. Practice daily and track your progress. Avoid common mistakes. Don't choose books too difficult. Don't stop for every word. Don't only listen passively. Don't forget to repeat and review. Balance input with output and don't get discouraged. Remember, learning English through audiobooks should be enjoyable. If you're not enjoying it, try different books until you find ones that captivate you. When learning feels like entertainment, consistency becomes effortless. Here at the English Audiobook Library, we're committed to supporting your learning journey with free, high-quality audiobooks across all levels. We have beginner books, intermediate stories, and advanced literature. Explore our content and find audiobooks perfect for your level and interests. I'd love to hear from you. What's your experience with audiobooks? What challenges have you faced? What books have helped you most? Share your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with other English learners, and subscribe to our channel for more learning strategies and free audiobooks. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, every hour you spend listening to audiobooks is an hour invested in your English fluency. Start today, stay consistent, and watch your English transform. Happy listening, and I'll see you in the next video.